Hi, this is Evgeny Pavlovsky, and this is a brief overview of my PowerPoint presentation on inductive learning, which was done for the MTHE 605 class of Professor Strasfeld. This class is part of Tura College Graduate School of Education and Psychology, teaching mathematics and in the middle and high school program, of which Professor Strasfeld is a chair. This presentation is based on the book Styles and Strategies for Teaching High School Mathematics, 21 Techniques for Differentiating Instruction and Assessment. One of the main premises of this book is that there is 4 styles of mathematical students: mastery math students, understanding mathematics students, self-expressive mathematics students, and interpersonal mathematics students. Inductive learning is one of the 5 self-expressive strategies, which means a strategy for self-expressive students, but this strategy also can benefit to other type of students as well. The inductive means reasoning from particular instance to general conclusion, and the goal of any self-expressive strategy is to help students to visualize mathematics and to help them to think flexibly and creatively to solve non-routine problems. Also, inductive learning covering following NCTM process standards: reasoning and proof, communication, and connection. The main goal of inductive learning strategy is to help students to develop broad conceptual understanding. This strategy is developed on the work of Hilda Taba, which was published in 1971 after her death in 1967. She showed that 3-part inductive process in which students can benefit include following steps in which students examine set of data, organize the terms into meaningful groups, and give each group a descriptive label, make prediction about the topic, which they monitor and revise as they acquire new information. The way to set up inductive learning lesson is to present students the key vocabulary term, mathematical expressions, or thinking words that demonstrate the key concepts of the unit or the topic the teacher wants to teach. An initial step, teacher will have to model the group and label processing. After students are familiar with those processes, where they can group certain mathematical terms and then label them, students are divided into small groups and asked to review those terms or those expressions and divide them and organize them into meaningful groups. After students group those terms, they ask to create a descriptive label for each group that explains what those terms have in common. After students presented their groupings and their labelings, and teacher helped them to explain or clear up some misconceptions, students ask to use 2 or 3 generalizations or predictions based on their groupings and their labelings. What do they think that topic or that unit can be about, and what kind of generalizations can be made about it? As the unit progresses, students are asked to collect information over the course of the lesson or the unit that's supposed to refute or prove their generalizations and predictions. In order to do all this, teacher has to build in additional time for self-assessment and reflection, so the students can organize the information which supports or refutes those predictions, and also build additional time for students practicing, because they're not going to be able to group and label right away fast. It's going to take them probably some time to do it. There is 3 types of inductive learning lesson: terms-based, expression-based, and thinking-based. The difference between those lessons are that during term-based lessons, students are presented with the terms. In expression-based lesson, they are presented with algebraic expressions, and in the thinking-based one, they are presenting with the thinking words. While creating inductive learning lessons, teachers should be aware that there is more than one way to organize and label the groups. So from time to time, they'll have to guide the students to the grouping and labelings that they want. In addition, there are a number of considerations that should be addressed while preparing to that lesson. All those considerations and examples of those lessons can be found in this presentation.